You are now officially on the record with Chi-Town and Randy.
Hey, Randy, this past weekend, Franchon Cruz de Zern fought against Savannah Marshall for the FEMA undisputed, I think it was super middleweight, 168-pound championship. And in that fight, there was a lot of people that felt like Cruz was going to actually do a lot more than what she actually did. And I'm going to tell you why I kind of always had the fight going exactly the way that it went with Savannah winning. Just
Hmm.
strictly off of just fundamentals of boxing. We all know who've been watching Franchon Cruz. We love her story. Don't get me wrong, we love her story. All those things, and wish her nothing but success. But she is not a good boxer. She's not a technical boxer. She's just a person out there that bullies people with her weight, and with her size. And so she comes out brawling. She throws wild punches. She doesn't really have she doesn't keep a proper boxing stance, a proper form, and she doesn't throw all her punches from a technical boxing standpoint, if you will. And by not doing that, she gets winded very easily because she almost every punch she throws is some kind of haymaker, or she's trying to bully. But then she's also breathing wrong. She's holding her breath at times when she's trying to throw some of these punches, which is automatically going to make you run out of breath and get you gassed very early. Or she leans on people and tries to bully them, and she's holding her breath when she's grabbing them. You cannot do that. Boxing it's gonna make it a short night for you as far as respiratory is concerned, and you're not gonna be able to last. You get very winded. Now, the big test was who could take whose power. Savannah Marshall has been known to have many knockouts on her records, just like Cruz de Stern. So they thought this was going to be billed as who can take whose punch, and they both were able to handle each other's punches. What surprised me more than anything, or I guess what gave me I don't want to say what surprised me, but gave me a little bit more of a favorable nod towards Savannah Marshall, was that she was able to weather all the bully tactics. Um, she allowed Cruz to maul her, to flip her on the ground, to try to just bully her and throw these crazy punches, and that did not get into her head. That showed a certain level of psychology, if you will, when it comes to boxing. That did not get to her head. She didn't get frustrated. She didn't continually complain to the ref that this person's doing this. She just like, okay, I see what you're trying to do. And what did she do? When she knew Cruz was trying to come in and grapple her, she started making adjustments so that when Cruz dipped her head down, she could hit her with this uppercut. See, that is how you fight. That's a person that's been perceptive of what's going on. That's a smart fighter. So I knew, at least within myself, I didn't share it with everyone, but I knew Savannah Marshall would win the fight strictly off her boxing skills alone. She has the better skills, but it was just a concern: can she weather all the roughhouse tactics, which she did do? And we have to give her credit. Now, Savannah Marshall still will lose to Clarissa Shields. That is never going to change. Clarissa Shields is still the superior boxer in all of women's boxing, and that would be a good fight again. She would give it her all, and that would make Clarissa Shields three-time undisputed champion at the same time. So I would definitely look for that fight. But for right now, I want to give Savannah Marshall nothing but kudos, mad credit, tip my hat to you. I think you did a great job. You showed that you had heart. You showed you were a really good boxer, and I was really proud and somewhat impressed with her performance and how she handled with Cruz Discern. Cruz Discern, in my opinion, needs to just kind of go to maybe just singing the national anthem at the baseball stadium before a golf tournament, before somebody goes fly fishing or something like that, and then maybe do some other stuff. But get away from boxing. This is not the sport for you. You can't go around acting like this and still try to be successful as a boxer. She doesn't have the skills. She doesn't have any of those things, and I don't see anyone. Even though Sugar Hill was there, it didn't seem like he made a difference. I don't see anyone that's trying to correct her to make her actually a good fighter. So I think it's done with her. And I just want her to go on and just cheer on her friend Clarissa Shields. What you got on that, Randy?
Well, I think Cruz had her moment when she sang the national anthem. I think that was her coup de grace. That she wanted to be the first one to sing the national anthem and then go out and perform whatever performance she set out to perform. But even throughout the fight, we was in our group text, and then I asked, what she was coming to do, wrestle, because it was like she was wrestling, and Underground replied with she might as well just gave her title away because I mean she wasn't showing me anything. She was like it was like my thought was, man, she's swinging like a girl. You feel what I'm saying? And to say that is to say it the same way they used to fight. And when women boxing was introduced, you know, you had a few that can actually do their thing, like Ali and Frazier and whoever. But um, for the most part, most of those women that they fought swing like girls, and she was swinging like a girl, and she was doing a whole lot of laying and wrestling and I guess trying to tire out or whatever you want to call it. I mean, I maybe she had an off night. I don't know, but it just didn't look like she was professional in that fight. She just looked like she came to sing the national anthem, and since the girl that wasn't fighting, Savannah Marshall didn't show up, she decided to just go ahead and fight anyway, and take her place because she showed and looked like she came to fight. Like I said, I don't really see her uh, doing a lot of more great things if she don't change, and maybe it is a coach that need to change. I'm not sure, but she just didn't look right, man. That's about all I have on that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, again, we on the same exact same page. What do you think about Savannah Marshall? Where do you think she goes from now? She did. They did ask about Shields. I mean, she wants to rematch with Shields, so no question about that. She did speak about certain mandatories that she, now that with her being undisputed, that she's going to have to satisfy. But granted, she's going to lose to Clarissa. But outside Clarissa, where do you see her? How far do you see her going in the female boxing thing? Say Clarissa's number one. Can she be number two? Can she be number three, number four, number five? In the pound for pound women's boxing list, where do you see her at? How far do you see her going?
I could see her at number two. I could see her at number two because I know definitely she can't get past Clarissa. Right at the top of my head, I can't really see anybody just dominating her except Clarissa. So I can see her uh, in the top three. Even at number two, I really can because she's a good fighter. She really is. I mean, she just don't have what it takes to get her past Clarissa. This is one thing I used to always say growing up watching boxing. You got good fighters and you got great fighters. Um, um, your great fighters have all the attributes. They can finish you. They got the stamina. They got the legs. They got the power. They got the you name it. They pretty much got it. They're not really lacking nowhere. If they is lacking, it's very little, and they have a lot of more attributes to accommodate for that. So it's not a weakness to them. But the good fighters, you find, and I'm gonna say, and I know I might get some backlash behind this, but a good fighter is like Sean Porter. Sean Porter showed up to all the big dances, but could never finish the dance. So he wasn't a great fighter, but he was a good fighter. You know what I mean? So I think the same thing with her. I just think she just don't have that to get over Clarissa. But we'll see. We'll see. I think she got a lot more good fights in her, and I'm looking forward to see her fighting again because she put on a very good fight. You have anything else you want to say?
Outstanding points and analogy, Randy. Nothing can be said after that. You shut it down.
Okay. So guess what? We're out of here like last year.
Peace.
Peace.